Coach.
All right, we've got Idaho head coach Don Verlin and student athletes Stephen Madison and Suki Wiggs. We'll let the coach make an opening comment, and then we'll take some questions.
Well, to answer everybody's question, we did finally get our first win in the WAC tournament, so that feels awful good. And Steve and I enjoyed a special moment there because we hadn't got one yet, so it was good. It was good to get one. I thought our kids played really hard tonight, extremely hard. They battled all night long. UMKC made a valid comeback there, made a lot of big shots, and we battled our tails off. I couldn't be prouder of this basketball team because we didn't play very good early in the year. In the last 5 or 6 games, we've really played well, and I couldn't be prouder of them. The guy sitting to my right here, in my opinion, should be the MVP of the league. Daniel Mullins is a great player and is very well deserving, but Stephen Madison proved tonight who he is, all right, and what he can do. And the next guy sitting down, Suki Wiggs, great job, one of the best freshmen in the league, and I thought he played an extremely good game tonight.
Go ahead and take some questions. If you got a question, just raise your hand. We'll bring the microphone over to you.
Coach, just how much of the rumbling and maybe discontent did you hear from fans, just about how important it was at this point in your career to get this win?
A lot.
And did that play into maybe just how emotional you were during the game, especially the first half?
No, I don't think so. I thought our guys were ready to play. I'm not going to tell you what I thought I saw or what I did see. I thought, there was 2 calls that didn't go our way right from the get-go, and I think as hard as my guys have worked, that crew needed to be on their game, and I'm not sure they were.
Stephen, could you just talk about what it means to you to end your career having made at least some sort of a run in this tournament?
Oh, it means a lot because we've put a lot of hours in, and for the last 4 years, and even these new guys, it feels good to get one and keep going forward and show what this group can do.
And their band was riding you pretty hard during the free throws. Did it feel pretty good to shut them up every time? Oh yeah, I mean it always feels good to silence the crowd, and we were there last week and they were doing the same thing, so we're used to it. And then Don, that early technical, were you in some sense trying to kind of set the tone for the intensity for your team of this game?
No, not really. They were ready to play. I thought our preparation's been good all week, and I thought our guys were locked in. I didn't think we were slow at all. People who've been around this league a long time, I think that's my 3rd technical foul in 6 years. I don't get teased. So take that for what it's worth.
And then they made their little run back from 68 to 60 with about 2 minutes left. What happened there?
Well, a couple things. We didn't execute the press breaker well enough. Glenn made an error there, throwing it out of bounds. And then, Stephen, drove it and gets a charge, but, that's Stephen Madison. He goes hard to the basket. He gets himself the free throw lines 11 times, makes all of them. And then they shoot a 3 in the corner, and it bounces around the rim and goes in. So I think you got to give them credit. They made some good plays. They got us to turn it over in the press. They took a good charge on Steve, and then they made a 3-pointer, and that was kind of what happened there, and that's how they got back in the game.
Stephen, during that sequence, was there any kind of sense of, oh no, not again?
No, not really. We've been there too many times, and we knew we were just confident and just stayed collective and just worried about the next possession, and we did that and ended up in the win.
Thank you.
Stephen, I think there was a sequence, where you drew that charge, and on the other end you hit that layup. Was there an innate sense of, hey, you want to finish this game off, that you kind of want to take it upon yourself to kind of do some things to help this team?
I mean, I was just trying to make the plays to help our team and do what I can do best, and that was put the ball in the basket and help my players on the defensive end and back them up when they drive.
Steve, arguably your best game of the year was against your next opponent in Orem, Utah, and you got hurt in that game, and for all your accolades, you lost. Does that loss, maybe stick in your head a little more than some of the others?
I mean, all losses hurt, but you always when you lose to a team, you always owe them one. So we're going to be ready, and it always feels good to play a team you've lost to twice.
Coach Connor kind of had a big game against them last time with 24, and maybe they shut him down this game, but left Glenn open, left a bunch of other guys open. Did that seem to kind of work that the other guys were shooting that well, and especially Glenn Dean?
Yeah, they did a good job on Connor after the way he played last weekend versus them. They were denying him the basketball. They were letting, not really letting, but, playing Glenn and Mike a little differently. And I thought, Glenn Dean stepped up and played probably his best game since early in the season. Shot the ball very well, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. I thought he was almost flawless until that last turnover there with under 2 minutes to go. So, and Glenn is obviously a very good defender. He was on Harrison most of the night, and I thought he did a great job of keeping him in front. And Harrison's a very, very good player and hard to keep in front. I thought Glenn played a whale of a game tonight.
And for Suki, you've kind of had a vital role off the bench for this team and scoring a lot of points to the second half of the season. Talk about the game that you had and what was working for you out there.
As a player coming off the bench, I just feel like my best asset is to come off and give everyone energy and just be there for my teammates when I can. And that's what I did out there tonight. Whenever they need me, I'm there for them. So I went in the game, did what I was supposed to do, and we got it done.
And then for Coach, does it kind of seem like it all came together tonight? You had your scorers scoring, and the defense was better, and maybe everything finally came together.
Yeah, we've been playing pretty good about the last 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know if it was just this game. We played very well all last weekend on our road trip. I thought we played pretty good at Seattle U, except for about a 10-minute span, and you can even go back to the Grand Canyon and Northridge and so on. Second half of the league, we've played pretty good basketball, and tonight I thought we were ourselves tonight. I really did, and I like where this team is going. I like how they've matured and how they've hung in there, because if it wasn't for guys like Steven and Suki, this team could have very easily quit. And we're showing some guts and some fight, and hopefully we can fight one more day tomorrow and then one more day on Saturday.
I didn't want to let a chance go by without talking to Suki here, because we know how good Suki is.
Yeah, no, he can talk. So
at interview time. Suki, they're in the ball game, late in the game, and you're at the line with the game on, or at the free throw line with the game on the line, and the band is critiquing your free throw shots. Can you tell me how you felt about that, and what was going through your mind, and is that the kind of moment that you live for in your game?
I mean, it doesn't critique my shot. It just, as a player, you learn to just tune it out when you're on the free throw line, because you can't let anything distract you. You need the most focus as you can get to be able to knock down the shots. So you just have to tune them out. Obviously, it's heard, but it has to go through one ear and out the other for you, enable for you to be successful.
Don, how well do you know Coach Hunsaker over your years, maybe crossing paths in Utah?
Say that again.
How well do you know Coach Hunsaker?
Too well. No, very well. Dick's a very, very good basketball coach. Known Dick a long time. Coach Earlywine worked with Dick at Ball State. A very, very good basketball coach. Has done a great job with this team this year. Well deserving of the Coach of the Year. They're very good defensively. They give you absolutely nothing easy, and they execute their offense. And so, know Coach Hunsaker very well. Know how they're going to guard us. Pretty much know what they're going to do. But what we got to do is come out and fight like crazy tomorrow night. They're playing well. I watched them. I don't know if I've ever seen a better 10 minutes of basketball tonight by a team in that first half. I don't know if you guys saw it, but they were on fire, and they're playing with a lot of confidence. We're gonna have to come out right from the start and play our best game of the year if we're going to beat them.
And I guess following on that, do you know Holton very much? I don't know how much you know his son growing up.
Holton was, when I was at Utah State, was a sophomore and junior in high school, and so I got a chance to watch him play. And I don't know him personally nearly as well as Coach Earlywine does, but I've had a chance to watch him play a lot of games. And he's a guy that you want on your team. He's a guy that you hate to play against because he's a pest, but that's what makes him so good. And he's the reason why they go, and he's how they go. And I couldn't be happier for him playing for his dad. I'm sure it's a great thrill for him and his dad to have an opportunity to play in the WAC and play as well as they have.
And last thing, for either of the players, 2 close games with Utah Valley. If you were to pick a stat, what stands out about what you guys need to maybe do better to change that result tomorrow, besides the scoreboard, obviously?
I mean, I think it's just we need to, rebound. I think that's a big deal. They're a very good rebounding team, and I think it could really help us if we attack the offensive glass and secure the defensive boards.
All right, thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations.